Hey there, kiddos, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Uncle Frank, hoping that you are having a great day, and in today's video, I'm doing something a bit weird. And by that, I mean, on this channel, I don't like making drama videos, and I certainly don't like making videos talking about social media nonsense. So in today's video, we're making a drama video about social media nonsense. This is for a fairly good reason, though, I have to say. Because this is social media nonsense drama from Jesper Myfors. I have no idea how to pronounce his last name. And if you guys don't know who that is, if I recall correctly, he was actually Magic the Gathering's first art director when he was working with Wizards of the Coast way back in the day. In fact, Jesper did some early art for Magic the Gathering in its very earliest years. You might recognize him from, I think his most recognizable card is Atog, but he also did like dual lands and such. So he's very much an early part of Magic's history, was part of the foundations of the game itself, lent some art, and of course lent his direction for the early art of the game in general. So that's pretty important, all things considered. And when he puts out a post like what I'm about to read to you guys, I think it's worth paying attention to. So, with all of that said, let's dive right in with this, I believe it's a Facebook post from Mr. Myfors. He's going to hunt me down for not pronouncing his name correctly. I realize that some people might show up to my feed from outside of gaming. They may become interested in the field of gaming. I, along with the rest of the early people at WotC, helped originate and want to get into it. It really is a fantastic form of gaming and a rewarding hobby. Please avoid anything published by Wizards of the Coast. They are no longer in any way worth supporting. Magic the Gathering is now, and has been for a sad time, corporate slop made only to enrich shareholders. They do not care about you or your experience with the game as long as they can get your money. WotC is no longer part of the community, it was their choice. I say give Sorcery Contested Realm a try. The art looks fantastic and I hear the game is really fun. When you buy Sorcery Contested Realm, you are not throwing your hard-earned pay at corporate carpetbaggers who were never gamers to begin with. You are supporting a healthy and growing community that has risen from the ashes of what greed did to the entire hobby. Now, I have not worked on the game, though I would love to, nor do I know the publishers. This is in no way a paid endorsement. I have heard from many people that it is a great game that treats their artists with respect and like valued members of the team. I have friends who have worked on the game and have nothing but great things to say about the experience. They feel this company values its place in a real community. That is worth supporting. The question comes down to supporting the community by putting money into a game that will use that money to make more of what you love and making sure the artists who work on it are rewarded for the work they do, or giving the money to people who do not think beyond the next quarter and are just buying their time to make their bag and get out. And of course, at the end of the post, he puts out an edit. When I say that WotC does not care about the game or its players, I want to be very clear that there are people in WotC who do care. I am speaking about the corporation and what drives it from the top. This is not meant to slight the people actively fighting for what is right inside the company. That, dear viewers, that is a pretty impactful statement. And just so we're clear, I'm aware of Jesper. He's made social media posts that I've seen before, and I very rarely agree with him on a lot of things. He has said some things that I strongly disagree with. But whether or not you like the guy, one of the earliest impactful voices, one of the earliest members of the design team for Magic the Gathering, coming out and making a not only a scathing dismissal of Magic while at the same time endorsing Sorcery, any other TCG. It could have been Sorcery, it could have been Flesh and Blood, it could have been Star Wars Unlimited. The fact that one of the earliest faces and voices for Magic the Gathering is coming out and saying, don't support WotC, they ain't right for you, go somewhere else, go to Sorcery. The fact that he's come out and said this is really important. It's really impactful, and it shows that the amount of growing discontent with Wizards of the Coast as a company is really starting to escalate when it comes to not just the individual voices in the player base, the collector base, but also with people who, up until very recently, were staunch defenders of WotC. I could not have been more than 5 years ago, in fact, that Jesper was like staunchly defending WotC from criticism, because there were things on social media that he said, that criticism doesn't apply to WotC. It's a great company and all that jazz. But here we are just a few years later, and he's singing a different tune, saying, no, WotC is not for you. It's not. A very loud truck passing by. WotC is not for you. It's not for the community. It's not for the game. And you should throw your money somewhere that will be valued. And that, I think, is very important and what we're talking about now. That's just crazy stuff. And I felt that was worth sharing with all of you guys. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. This was just a bit of news that I couldn't resist sharing. I hope you guys take something away from this. Talk to you guys later. Ciao. Loud truck, what the hell?